one along. Sing it as we used to sing it 50,000 strong. As we are marching through a road. Hooray, hooray, we bring the white and green. Hooray, hooray, the flag that makes us free. So we sing our chorus from Mungu to Musu. As we are marching through a road. Bring the Buddha, bring the Christ, we sing another song. That is God, the one alone. Singing as we used to sing it, now strong. As we are marching through the road.
Eddie! I know. That's the one I'm going to
Well done, sir. I
can recognize you anytime.
You are stronger.
Wow.
You are proud of you. We thank God, sir.
Beautiful,
We thank God,
wonderful.
sir. We thank God, sir.
Thank you, my brother. What's the name?
Oh,
Omeke. 79.
Thank you. Where is your medical team?
Attention to the motto of Orogu Grammar School, Orogu. What is the motto, students? Work and discipline. If you work, you persevere, and you are disciplined, you can become something great. You can become something great in life. By way of introduction, myself, I'm General Anthony Vote Obobrisi. I was admitted into Orogu Grammar School 1970, and I left 1974 with Division 1. I was subsequently admitted to the University of Benin to read medicine. I graduated as a doctor in 1981 and also continued postgraduate studies, and I'm a fellow of the West African College of Surgeons in Ophthalmology, African College of Surgeons in Ophthalmology 1990. I did not stop learning. I continued in In 2006, I was granted the fellowship of the International College of Surgeons. Yes. Walk and what is the motto again? We will start this ceremony officially by calling one of our elders to pray for us. By this, I will hand the microphone to our red cap chief, our daddy, who finished 1970. There's some of you, your mothers have not been born. Let's rise up on our feet as he will give us an opening prayer.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you and we bless your name. We glorify your name, Father, for you to have actually permitted some people to have taken the pains to bring us together today here. It is not easy, but you made it possible for us to assemble in this place today. Father, glory be to your name in the name of Jesus. Amen. Almighty God, as we are here today, Father, we are here for an objective. Father, as we deliberate whatever we have in store already, Father, endorse it in the name of Jesus. Amen. This day, all our deliberations, endorse it with success through Jesus Christ, I have prayed. It's going to be in two phases. The first part of the phase is introduction of old students. I'm going to spend 15 minutes to do that before we go into the career talks. With that, I will first of all again introduce our special invitee who is representing the DIG, Deputy Inspector General of Police, retired, our old student who could not come. I'm talking of Marvel Apoyibo. He couldn't come. He was supposed to help us talk about the police, but he sent the DPO, Otto, to represent him in the person of Idris Haruna. Let's put our hands together. Idris Haruna, you are welcome, sir.
I am Evangelist Gospel Odenima. I was admitted into this prestigious college 1973, January, and I graduated 1977. I retired last year, October, and my last duty station was Government College, Ughelli. I was the principal there. Thank you very much.
I am Edmond Egerega. I came into Ruguma School in 1971. And then I moved on to some other secondary school to finish my secondary education. And then moved on to a polytechnic at the Enugu Institute of Management and Technology to read engineering. And after school in 1981, I then gained employment with the Nigerian National Shipping Line. So I'm an electrical engineer, but I've since started since 1995. OGSO.
My name is Emmanuel Opute Wundebalu. The school are more known as Balus. I was admitted into this college in 1973, January. And I graduated in 1977. I made the Division 1, and I was the senior prefect of the prefect. After leaving the school, I proceeded to the University of Ibadan, and I read sociology. I happened to also be the best graduating student of the department in 1985. I graduated with a first-class upper division. In the further course of my knowledge, I branched off sociology and went to read ICANN because I want to become an accountant. And I'm also privileged to be among those who qualified from stage 1 to the final stage within the very shortest time. In 1991, I commenced the foundation level of ICANN, and in 1993, I've been chartered. I worked in the bank, I worked in the oil and gas. My last place was as a group managing director, Platform Petroleum Limited. I currently run my business. I'm a farmer. I'm a consultant. And I'm also privileged to be the chairman, Lagos chapter, OGSO Students Association.
The person standing before you is Otaide E. Moses. Many of your parents know me as Brasco Roboto. Well, we started this school and we left by 70, where many of your parents were not even born. I was the best HIV prefect in this school. HIV, stand up and let me see you. HIV. Yes, give me a clap, please. When I left Toru Grammar School, I now worked in United Bank for Africa, one of the best banks. If I want to be very emphatic, in fact, United Bank is the best bank in Nigeria, and it continues to be. In the bank, there was an exam called AIB, Associate Institute of Bankers, and I had my Associate Institute of Bankers 1981. In fact, our names were published in Punch and other relevant papers. When I left the bank, in fact, I had to go and do my master's degree in guidance and counseling, which is very, very rich. It's a very rich course that can make us to be leaders in any organization. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm here, I'm a retiree of United Bank for Africa. Give me a clap for that.
My name is Eddie Odibri. I got into Roman Grammar School Monday, September 18, 1975.
My brother.
I left Thursday, June 17, 1980, after writing comments. I'm a journalist. I work with this thing. Thank you.
Standing before you is Mr. Onike Daniel. I entered this school in 1975 and graduated in 1979. Currently, I'm a teacher in this school.
I'm Mr. Abia Samuel. I entered this school 1974 and graduated 1979.
Well, my name is Itejere Emmanuel. I was posted to this school 2016, the deputy principal of Roman Grammar School. Oh yes!
I am Azubike Oyekeredo. I am recruited into this school in 1997. I left here, I came back 2017. He did. OGSO.
I submitted to this school 1974 and I graduated 1979. I'm the president of the
I want to introduce myself as Mr. Winston Sakolode Atomuri. I entered the school in 1974, graduated 1979. SP, senior prefect. If you be senior prefect, only your Google. I made a good record, that's why I did much work. Praise the Lord.
My name is simply Tafe Araba. I was admitted here in 1973 and I left in 1978. I currently work with Seplat. Thank you very much. I am Adugo F.E. I was admitted in 1979 and graduated in 1984. OGSO! Since our madam who Amos S.O. I entered this school in 1975 and graduated in 1980 as a senior prefect. OGSO!
My name is Alex Akobaro. I'm a mechanical engineer and also a lawyer. I entered the Reunion School in 1973 September. I left 1978. OGSO! This is our logo. I can see my sister there. I'm a lawyer. We came to the Reunion School on the 9th of September 1974. And we left here in 1979. I'm from Asia before.
My name is Abraham Okobi. I came into this school 1975 and I left 1980. I studied theater art and I retired as the editor of Guardian newspaper. Only last week. Thank you very much.
My name is Joshua Adaro. I have this school in 1974. I'm presently the national president of Banana Growers and Association.
I appeared in this school in 1975. This appeared in 1988. Presently, I'm into media work. Media consultant anyway. Thank you, God bless you all.
My name is Aqua. I came to this school in 1972 and I left in 1976. I think most of you know me. I'm an indigenous of the Yoruba town here. OGSO!
My name is God Said Terry. I entered this school 1978 and left 1983. I was senior prefect in that year. Today, I'm in business in Warren.
My name is Ram Mugeride. I completed this school in 1978. Hello? 1978. 1978. And left the school 1983. Currently, I'm a motor engineer.
My name is John Olobi. I entered this school 1980 and left 1993. I read business admin. Currently, I'm the health and safety manager in the South Africa company in Lagos. OGSO.
My name is Steve Manuel Bisobo. I was admitted into this school in 1970. I was 1980. Then to an Alaska representative to Bender State in marathon race. Praise the Lord.
My name is Ome Johnson. I was admitted here in 1970 in class 2. After attending secondary model school, we were not going to secondary model school. And we're the first set to write our work in June. I worked with the clan teacher as a store manager. I've already retired. I'm now writing books. In fact, I have some books on here now. OGSO. OGSO.
My name is Emma Okiwema. I entered this school in 1979 and I left 1984. Presently, I am a beekeeper and a farmer.
I'm the coordinator around evermore. I entered this school in 1975 and finished in 1980. I'm the vice principal of Emonu Cooperative High School.
I used to be Betty Obama. That is the name. I am Mrs. Papadopoulos. I read education management, retired from post-primary education board.
Names are Osage Award. I entered here before and I left here now. I'm a retired police officer with chair. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Frederick Kogoro. I entered this school in 1972 and graduated in 1976. I'm a banker, oil and gas worker, and so on. Presently, I'm the director of the state government, and I'm resident related.
My name is Samuel Osaki. I came into the and currently I'm working with the present government.
Emmanuel Nze Osakumi. Admitted in 1973, left here in 1978. Presently, I'm a licensed chartered accountant, the managing partner of the Nze Osakumi Group.
I'm Mrs. Patricia Okogoro. I entered this school 73 and left 78. I'm a retired banker.
My name is Terry Odani. At this school here, I think it's a very college engineer. I'm here at the desk to one of your executives from Lagos chapter.
Andrew Eni. I'm old boy of St. George's College of 1971 set. I'm a very good friend of this college. OGSO!
My name is Edwin Ibuku. I was admitted in this school in 1983 and graduated in 1987. I'm a hotelier in the hospitality industry and also a clergyman. Thank you.
My name is Wok Daroko Jaimo. I came in 85 and graduated 87. I'm currently the MD of Roll-Up Services Nigeria Limited from Lagos. God bless you.
I'm Mrs. Agnes Olije Ni Abare, the sprinter of Schoolhouse. I graduated from this school in 1977 and a retired teacher since 2015. Praise the Lord.
I am Dan Kapin Eni, now Mrs. Obuta, the head girl of 1978.
Sir Vika Ogwaf. I was here in 1977 and I left in 1981. I'm presently a legal practitioner for that. Thank you.
My name is Emunoto O. Kenneth. I was admitted in 1977 and ended up in 1981. I was called Eze, which earned me the name Ezegodo School because I was stubborn at Ezegodo School. Presently, I am the secretary to the Warri branch of the association. Thank you.
My names are Austin Uboganewe Obiku. I entered 1975 and left 1980. I am retired deputy manager of NNPC in 2006. Presently, I'm into business. OGSO.
My name is Lawrence Ejiro Very. I came here in 1973 and I graduated in 1978. I'm in electrical, I study electrical engineering.
My name is Tony AC. I came in 1973 and I left in 1978. I am currently an advertising practitioner. Thank you.
Alright, I belong to the class of 1980. By the grace of God, I'm nursing officer with the Federal Capital Territory Administration. Praise the Lord.
I'm Mrs. Christine
Gaga ní Ojúbọ. I'm a retired civil servant. Thank you. 1973 to 77.
My name is Kaiser Victoria. I came into this school 1976 and left 1980. Presently, I'm a counselor, PhD.
My names are Louis Oliver. I was admitted here 1979 and I left the school 1984. I am the last judo and karate president and teacher. Presently, I'm a farmer and a businessman. Thank you all.
My name is Charles Bitare of Wafo. I came into this school in 1968. And I left briefly in 1970 and came back in 1972. And I graduated in 1974. I worked with NEPA as an accountant, and at the moment, I'm a farmer, a corporate farmer. Praise the Lord.
Joy of Wafo. I came to support my husband.
I am Benson Onokarigo Ogenero. I came into this school 1975 and left 1980. I studied pharmacy. At the moment, I'm a director with the Delta State government. OGSO.
I am William Oyakilome. I came into this school 1976. When I was here, I was a bellboy. And presently, I am a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Nigeria and a pastor. Thank you.
My names are Victor Sasa. I finished 82 against people again. Thank you very much.
My names are Benson Oyogo Agabi. I came into this school 1980 and left 1985. Thank you.
My name is Maurice Ogbanite, and I passed through great institution in 1971 to 1975. Anyone that remembers me in the school, I was a state champion in table tennis for a couple of years.
My name is Chief Magistrate Ilna Kodia. I came into the school in 1972 and left in 1976. I retired as a director with Ministry of Education.
My name is Mr. Thompson Okpogoro. I came in 1979. And I left 1985.
My name is Ifowukwe Sunday. I came in 1985 and I left 1991. I was a senior prefect in that year. OGSO.
My name is Kenneth Igoboja. I finished from here in 1986. I'm a businessman in Lagos.
My name is Grace Onojedo Ezeugo. I came in here 1976 and I left 1981. Now I am a proprietress.
Chief Bright Okumaka is my name. I entered Orogu 1970 and left 74. I am a rice seller, businessman.
We want to restart the main event of today, and that is doctor. Because each of you here, if they ask you what you want to become tomorrow, you have an answer. Sometimes you do not have the answer. At the end of today's talk, you definitely know what you want to become, either to change what you are thinking or to maintain what you think that you want to be. Immediately, without wasting much time, the very first topic or sphere of life that we want to talk about today is going to be accounting profession. Accounting profession. And the person that will tell us about the importance of accounting profession is our chairman from Lagos branch, Emmanuel Oputegunyebago, who was in this school from 73 to 78, I was a senior prefect while he was here.
Good morning. I was never a 78 set. I'm a junior.
77?
Yes. I was 77 set. You know, accounting started right from the biblical times. Because even the creator himself had accounting in mind before creating the law. So after creating the entire world, he looked at it, looked at all that he has created, and said, everything is well, it is good. Then, you go back into the scripture, you ask Jeremiah, what are you seeing? He said, I see the branch of an almond tree. Please see well. So today, I want to appeal to students here that you can catch your light of life from this speech. That which will make you fashion your way. That which will make you go the right way. If I were you, I will open my heart and learn what I think I know and try to know what new things have to be true. So today, I'm privileged to speak on accountancy. And my own case is a very good example, a very good testimony that you can become an accountant if you desire to be. But this accounting we're talking about, what is accounting? What exactly do we mean of accounting? And why do I have to pursue that profession? What are the opportunities to an accountant? What must I possess to become one? How is the road? Is it rough? How can I overcome the roughness? And how can I go just beyond being an accountant to being a chartered accountant? So I think in the next few minutes, we should be able to have an idea of what accounting is, and my persuasive appeal to those who will key in to choose that profession. I'm also delighted that a number of my colleagues, both senior and junior, I see William Ajagilome as an FCA. And I've seen a number of us who got to college that produced FCA. Now, accounting is all about recording. Everything we do, even in this school, all the grammar we are speaking, you are an engineer, you speak grammar. Every grammar, whatever grammar you speak, in a business situation, any grammar, the bottom line is money. If you like, you speak pidgin. If you like, you speak Queen English. The bottom line of all those grammar is money. Now, if you after speaking all those grammar and that money that you are speaking the grammar for is not well managed, what has become the grammar? Almost nothing. So, accounting comes in. It's about record keeping, recording your transaction, recording your business deals, recording what you are spending, recording what you are making, recording how things are going. And you record it, you put it together and call analysis, then you interpret it You know, because every of those transactions is making a statement. Everything you are doing, even in your domestic house today, if you bring that 1 naira from your pocket to buy sweet, it's making a statement. If you buy and you don't keep it and you go home and you don't know that you have spent it, you'll be spending all the time looking for money that you have already spent. So essentially, accounting is all about you record your transactions, you classify them, put them together, you interpret it, and it helps you to make decisions. Because one of the primary functions of accounting is for decision making. Even in our homes, between husband and wife, you want to give out your monthly feeding allowance. You have to know how much you have to give, because you can't just give all that is required. So every of those things need to be in place. So accounting all over the place, it talks about recording your transactions and making a meaning out of it, so that it can help you make decisions. Now, how do you become an accountant? We have talked about what accounting is. I said I read sociology, and today I'm a fellow of the China Institute. I'm a fellow of the China Accountant from Nigeria. I'm also a fellow of the China Transition Institute. But I read sociology. How did it come? It means there is a pathway. It means there is a way you can follow. But as students today sitting down, there are certain things required of you that you must possess. One, you must have the passion. You must develop interest. You must like it. You must like figures. You must like figures. You must show interest in some little details. And you must be prepared to have that commitment. Those are the attributes that you need as an individual. That passion, that commitment, that determination. So as students, we have been like you. And today, by God's grace, we are here. So you can also be. You have the passion, like it. Don't say because somebody came to teach us how to be an accountant, I want to be an accountant. If you don't like, you must develop interest. You must have that interest. You must have that passion to like to do the course. You must have that commitment. Peer groups, you know, identify what your peer group are doing. If somebody was going to talk you out of it, you will stay away and show that commitment. Then, once that is done, then you have to write exam. After living here, you write exam. You finish here with your school certificate. You can either advance to the university, or you take what a program called the accounting technician stream, depending on whether you are going beyond this level to the university or you want to start driving the professional field. So once, depending, if you start from this level to run your account program, you do what's called accounting technician stream. They have their own subjects. But if you go to the university to study accounting, you have to be numerate, you have to know mathematics, you have to know English, you have to know economics, and some other social sciences. Once that is done, you go to university, you study either BSc in accounting or HN in accounting or other subjects. Depending on which device you are, if you study accounting, in your pursuit to be professional, you are exempted in some courses to go into the skill and the professional stages of ITA. If you graduated in non-accounting subject, you are expected to write some courses in the foundation level and the professional skill. Is accounting difficult? Yes and no. Yes, because there are some complex problems, there are some complex subjects. But it is also simple because so many people have qualified. So if they have qualified, they have qualified through hard work. You also can qualify through hard work. On this note, I want to encourage you that accounting is something you can do. It's within your reach. It's not unachievable, but you must be committed. You must be skilled. You must be detailed, and you must have that passion. Thank you very much.
Deep in some relevance in accounting. Now, accounting actually deals with figures, and with Nigerian government today, without accounting, nothing can happen because they have their own budget in what? In accounting. In every organization, figures are computed. Every debit and credit. The end product of this accounting, debit and credit. So if there's anything that is wrong, in fact, if you are an accountant or a professional, you can go and find out the difference so that the organization will go on smoothly. So accounting is very relevant to both farmers, in fact, any category of worker. So as a student, you should think deeply about the relevance of accounting in every community or organization. Thank you.
People know that now information is key to our existence. Correct information, responsible information. The country is about to hand people who give false information and who give fake speech. And to lead this charge is our own younger brother, Edwin Ojibri, who was also once here with us, a planner of this event, who highlighted this event in the print and the electronic media.
And everybody on the high table, beloved students and colleagues, I thank you for the opportunity of this presentation. Journalism is a very core professional practice now. It wasn't really as popular or as iconic in those days. If you recall, we had just Daily Times in those days and Radio Nigeria, and later on Nigerian Television Authority. And today, it has so expanded that I do not even know the number of media houses that we have. But let's start from the fundamentals. 20 minutes is exactly not enough to say everything that you have to study for 5 years or thereabouts. So I'll just give the high points of some of the things that you need to know in case you are interested or nursing an interest or an ambition to become a journalist. So, what is journalism, or who is a journalist? What does a journalist do? I will answer very briefly in a way that we can understand. And I will expect the students from whom we are doing this to jot down some things that are of interest to them and issues that they probably can ask questions later. Put briefly and simply, journalism is about gathering, producing, and circulating reports Our chairman who spoke about accounting talked about records. This one is about reports. These people who are doing this is part of journalism because they are gathering this information of what would have happened today and then share, distribute. Today we actually use share. In the days of print journalism or so, we talk about distribution. And so you gather the information, you process the information by way of producing it, putting it in a way that it will be readable or audio friendly, and then many people can listen to it or watch it. In fact, that is where the idea of mass communication comes in. Mass. Plenty people have to hear the same news about the same time. Okay? So, journalism is about gathering those reports, producing those reports, and sharing those reports in a way that everybody can hear it. Now, I said it didn't used to be so important in times past. But as the world goes on, grows, it becomes almost like a life wire. It becomes like the oxygen of the society. Daddy talked about accounting being, without accounting, nothing can happen. Without journalism, maybe something can happen, but it doesn't get to be heard. If you listen to 9 o'clock news today, you will probably hear what would have happened in Abuja, what would have happened in Enugu, what would have happened in Lagos, what would have happened anywhere. Ditto, reading the newspapers tomorrow. Today, it is a lot easier because what is happening now, people can tweet it from here. Everybody in London or UK, those who are connected to us, can hear and see what we are doing. So it's a lot faster today. Now, having said that, if you are interested in journalism, what do you need to have? What are the qualifications you need? Be conscious of the fact that you want to communicate. You are a communicator. You want to tell the story of what happened. So if you are going to do that effectively, then you must have a full grip and grasp of the language. Look already. A full grip and grasp of the language. So if it is English language you are going to use to communicate, you have to have a full grip of English language. If it is Yoruba language, for instance, if it is Yoruba language, whatever language you are going to use, you must have a full grip and grasp of that language. Now, having said that, the only one other reason why it has become so important as well is because no government can do without it. No government. As ancient as governance is, you have always had Ministry of Information. It's not a new creation. Because government wants to put its own story out there. People want to hear what government is doing, and people can respond or react to government. And that can only be channeled through the Ministry of Information. So, basically, we have two major groups of, or types of journalism. The print media and the electronic media. Print, those are the newspapers, the magazines. These days the magazines have died, but the newspapers are still there. So the print, represented by the magazines and the newspapers and tabloids, and then the print, represented by the radio, which everybody knows, and then the television. Now, in the last 5 or thereabouts years, we have had a new brand of journalism, which we now call social media, where almost everybody is a practitioner. But social media activists are not journalists. Social media activists are not journalists. Now, let me also make the point clear that in journalism, what makes people to fear journalists is because of people who want to hide something. Journalists who always want to bring it out. And that's what we call investigative journalism. Investigative, you go investigate what people have hidden for a long time. I'll just give 3 examples. In 1999, I'm sure none of you have been born. In 1999, there was this Salisu Buhari. He was elected as a Speaker of the House of Representatives, 1999 June. And the Constitution says that unless you are 30, you cannot be elected into the House of Representatives. But this man, at that time, was 26. So he falsified his record, he falsified his age, and said he was even 35. So he added like another 5 years to his age. It was journalists that went into his record, and not only that, he also claimed that he went to Toronto University. This man did not go to any university. Those were the records he filed with INEC. It was journalists who went and found out that this man at that time was not up to 30 at the time he contested, and that indeed he did not go to University of Toronto. What did they do? Journalists published the story, everybody picked it up, and in no time, it became the issue in town. He had no choice but to resign. Then the last point I'll just give, excuse me, one more time. The last point I'll just give is, I'm sure that, you should hear about the last finance minister, Kemi Adeosun. Kemi Adeosun was a young lady who finished university in the UK, and because he had political people connected down here, she became a minister. In fact, at the time she became a minister, she had served as a commissioner for finance in Ogun State. So she became a minister at a very young age, only for us to find out much later that she did not have a youth service. The certificate of NYSC as she presented was procured from Uluwole. So it was fake. Now it was journalists who also brought it out, and in no time she had to resign. I'm being pressured that my time is up. Thing I must tell you, 2 things. Journalism grants you access, real access. There's no frontier, no barrier between you and the people in authority. I was in Abraham's office, private office, just 2 days ago, and I saw a photograph. He was shaking hands with Vice President Oshibajo. Journalism grants you access. Governors, ministers, presidents, and the rest of them, you have access to them. So that is a great advantage. But I will not fail to let you know that there is danger also in the practice. There's a great risk as soon as you start attacking people in your writing or in your presentation, you become their enemies. As I was driving down just this afternoon, somebody I wrote against today in today's paper called me and chatted me between Akara and Orogu. He was very angry at the things I wrote. So you are bound to have enemies. You are bound to be attacked. But you are too young, and you should have heard about Delegiwa. In 1986, he got bombed, later bombed, because of the things he wrote allegedly about some leaders. So, if you are interested in journalism, first, get your English language right. Very, very important. And then you must also have eye for details. Those of you who write essay, you talk about descriptive essay, descriptive whatever. You must have eye for details in a way that whatever you are going to tell as a story to people must be graphic and must be clearly understood. I will wait for the questions and answers, and I'll just leave you at that. Thank you very much.
My name is Ogene Momomazi. I'm in SS3A. Why was Buhari case not published?
Okay. What case are you referring to? Which Buhari case?
Certificate case.
Certificate. All right. Okay, so how did you hear it if it was not published?
Okay,
so, well, I thank you for your courage to ask that question. Well, during the elections, campaigns, you know, it's politics. A lot of things get talked out. A lot of things come out. And I can tell you, I was very well involved in that campaign. I can tell you that 70% of the things you heard were fake. You even heard that Buhari was a Sudanese, someone from Sudan, isn't it? Yes. So it's not everything that you heard is correct. But I must share in the concern you have. I am also not impressed that Buhari claimed that the certificates were missing and that they were all lost. On one hand, he said he handed them over to the military. When they called the military to the tribunal, the military said his certificates were not with him. Some even said he presented NEPA bill as a certificate. But whatever it is, he went through the gamut of the military training. So I believe that he couldn't have been without certificates. The bit I did not like, or I did not convince me, was WAEC itself coming to present him his own certificate with his passport. With his passport. It's not up to 5 or 10 years ago that WAEC started putting passports in certificates. All the people here, nobody had passport in their certificate. When I left in 1980, there was no passport in it. So for them to have brought a certificate to Buhari just 2 years ago with a passport is a lot of suspicion. And it is not to say that he did not have certificate. I think that's the much you can say. Journalists said so many things, pro and anti, but that is the much I can say.
Or what we're going to talk again is engineering. Roads are falling, houses are falling, bridges are falling, houses are collapsing. Maybe our engineer here, Senior Edmond Egerega, would like to tell us why we should keep engineers or we should not keep them anymore. Senior Edmond, you have only 10 minutes to do justice to this.
To the matter we have at hand. As a matter of fact, we all know that everything we are doing here, everything you see here, all the buildings, equipment, even the apparels you are wearing, the shoes you are wearing, the automobiles who came in, they are all products of engineering. So, I have defined engineering as can be defined as the combination or the fascinating subjects of science and mathematics to solve real-world problems that improve our ways of life through all frontiers of human endeavor. You will agree with me that, as I listed earlier on, everything you are seeing is all engineering. I've come to see that we come at some point to start to wonder how they have come to be. It happens that the schools have been established to teach us the basics. And as we are in the schools, we get to start to make up our minds what we are going to be doing later on in life. The idea of looking at science and mathematics so that we can go on to the university or the polytechnic to go and read engineering has already started here as far back as 1973. Because we had some coppers who were teachers in this school. And they influenced some of the teachers, some of the students who graduated thereafter. I am talking about no other than one of our prominent sons, Austin Avru and Pius Obute. These two are very successful people who have been affected or influenced by the career top to go and study engineering. Today, they are very successful people. I do not need to start to enumerate to you what they have been doing, even right here in this school. And so, what I have done is to come and tell you a few of the things that engineering will help you to do. First of all, if you go up on here, for you to go on to the university to do undergraduate studies, you need to be very, very good in the sciences and in mathematics. Once you are there, it is now up to you to decide to go up to the university to read engineering. And engineering brings you so much prestige. But it also entails hard work. Yes, anything that is worth doing is worth doing well. If you do good work with the academics, there is no way you will not be a successful engineer. First of all, your peer group, members of your peers, will always see you as an outstanding person. It is true. Because those subjects are not subjects that you can run off the mill. You have to work hard to be able to achieve excellence in those studies. And you also find that it sets you up for professional success. I can tell you that as of today, my mode of thinking back when I look at it back in the days when I was in secondary school is quite different. When I was in this school in 1971, I was in charge of setting up the generator in the night. In the evening, we go and start the generator. The generator was located somewhere at the back there. And so that formed my influence to go on to the higher school to read engineering. That's the kind of thing we are talking about. Something helps to guide your mind towards what you want to go in the future. And that is the issue of this career talk. So for us in engineering, you'll find that it brings you a lot of success. Actually, because almost everything that you are going to be doing, you must be sure that you are going to be successful in doing it. Now, take cognizance of the fact that, as has been said earlier on, money is everywhere. Everybody will have it. But the skills to do things in and deliver quality require some element of precision. And that is where engineering takes you. So, other one is that any problem, you'll be ready to face that. You can see, as we are talking, that engineers have come, they have set up this building that we are all using today. If these fans were not here, we would be highly inconvenienced in this hall today. So, the people who invented and manufactured these fans that you are seeing blowing, they are very happy that they have been able to affect the world. This is engineering. If you open up those fans, you will see coils of copper inside them. And how these things have been put together is being done by engineers. It takes some hard work to do so. But that's the prestige that comes with it. Alright? Also, the bottom line is you get a chance to improve the world. I can illustrate to you that I have been involved in a couple of very outstanding projects. And they made me so happy that I was able to make an impact in the profession of engineering. Yes, you get to design things and you'll be in touch with international people with very high standards of precision. You do designs, you go into fabrication and you deliver on a project. It brings you a lot of joy. And these projects that you deliver, they impact your world. We want to set up electricity in somewhere. We are already thinking about it. How we are going to go about it. How we are going to transmit the electricity that we are going to generate somewhere. Eventually, it is engineers who will have to deliver it. So without engineering, apparently nothing much can happen in the world. That is the beauty of this. It's a challenge. But once you go through it and make up your mind about it, the success will just be there. As I was saying, going through from here onto the Polytechnic to read engineering, The challenges were there. Okay, some people say, oh, well, you can't read physics, you cannot read mathematics. But once you settle down to it, you are picking. Gentlemen, we will not want to waste too much of our time. I have prepared some documents already, and I believe that is, yeah. So, I've prepared some documents as regarding this speech. I've also made a copy of what I spoke earlier on about some of our students who came to this school and got influenced on the eve of their choice of subjects for their school certificate. And they excelled in their exams because they changed their minds to go and study engineering. And they were very brilliant students at that. And today, they are very successful engineers. With this, I do hope that our students will get motivated to go and study engineering very soon. And so, I hope to see you in the engineering class in the long run. Good evening. Mathematics. And of course, you have to have your English language. With this, you are good to go. Yeah.
My name is OGSO Reunion. My question goes like this: what are the benefits of studying engineering?
We said earlier on that you should be taking notes as well. Okay, but I'll just read 5 items straight away. The benefit: when you study engineering, it brings you prestige. And when you study engineering, it brings you professional success. When you study engineering, you are ready to solve so many problems. When you study engineering, you will have financial security. When you study engineering, you'll be able to improve the world. And when you study engineering, you will also be an accomplished person. Thank you.
So to the point, like I said, I'm a typical example of that field. You need economics, geography, mathematics, social sciences. Apart from social sciences, engineers can be accountants. Today we have many engineers who are accountants. What's important is what is your passion? You can migrate from physics, chemistry, mathematics, from mechanical engineering or civil engineering into ICANN. You can also move from history into ICANN. There are people who have read history who are chartered accountants. There are people who have read engineers who are chartered accountants. But the basic subject for us, English, mathematics, social sciences, economics, geography, commerce, accounting as a subject at this level. These are the subjects. But all that's important is what you want to do.
By one of our old students here, DIG Mabela Oyibo, who is not here, but the assent is lawyer is able represented by Mr. Idris Haruna.
But few days ago, retired DIG Akwedo called I should come and stand and talk to students. Having said that, he asked me, he said, which course did I have? I told you sociology. He said, I'm going after him. Thereafter, he says he went and read law. So, retired DIG, he joined the police force after having left this school. I went to University. He is directly telling me that I should come and tell you that irrespective of any course that you read as a student, then you can go into the Nigerian police. Because he graduated as a sociologist, I graduated as a sociologist. We have lawyers that graduated and joined the police force. But today, I'm talking to my final year students and semi-final year students. You have an ample opportunity now
that by the time you have your 5 credits, including math and English, you have police academy that is open up for you. Your quota is there for you. Try to see that you apply so that you pass through police academy. Once you are there as a cadet, from your first year to the final year, you are being paid, and you come out as an officer. Unlike the time we entered, you have to pass through, and you have to be a graduate before you become a one-star officer. So the final students, those that are trying to write their GCE or NECO, SSCE, open your eye, open your ear, and read your books very well. By the time you have your 5 credits, apply through them. You go to police academy, spend your 5 days. You can read any course in police academy. For those that are passing through recruitment, which I don't pray that some of you should pass through, constable, those that are wearing red band. Some of them are those that didn't pass their exam, they passed through recruitment. If you are privileged to see those that are in the academy, they are just like you, just some years older than you. So open your ear, open your eye, and read your books very well, so that if you go there, you can read any course of your own choice. Are you hearing me? The program is for both male and female. I hope you are listening to me. Both male and female, you can read any course here in police academy. Then if you want to pass through recruitment, you go for 6 months, you come out as a constable. Then you don't read your books. Are you hearing me? Are you listening to me very well? So, that is just what I have for you. I was privileged to stay like you and listen to officers speaking to us. And that is where I picked my own career. So, good enough, when he told me that I should come and talk to you, I cast my memory back. That was 1986. And tried to tell you the same thing that we were told. And I followed it up, trying to follow it up. I don't have more to tell you, other than you open your books, read your books. The first year student, the final year student, by the time you try your best, those that are behind you will see what they will follow up. But this work is a humanitarian work and godly work. If you do it very well, it's God's work. If you don't do it very well, it's left for you. It's humanitarian and at the same time God's work. But you have to do it very well. Thank you very much.
My name is Faith Ogolo. I'm in SS2. My question is this: why do police always stand by the road to take money from drivers, and when they see any big men with jeep coming, they make way for that person? Why are they afraid of them?
Well, it is illegal for any policeman to collect money on the road. But they are supposed to stay on the roads. Because if they are not on the road, present Nigeria, the road will not be more friendly for you. Only few of our policemen will see a vehicle coming with air conditioning and will stop it. I agree with that. But I will still attribute blame to some of our officers, politicians, and those that are rich. Because sometimes, when policeman stop a man that knows that he has everything to do, he it may not even stop. Even if it stop, at the end of the day, you will start blaming the men. It happened to even our officers blame them. So sometimes, if you want to get a sleeping dog to die, you allow them to pass. But some of them are very stubborn that whosoever you are, they will stop you. There are not many. So it is true that some cannot stop those that are in air conditioned cars. Then some of them stop them. Whosoever, whatever they are going to do. Some will even call the commissioner of police. I can't tell you that. I hope I've answered your question. Thank you very much.
You heard what he said. Some of us, old boys, old girls, have passed on to our Creator. And even the founder of this school, Chief Demus Apore, of blessed memory, passed on. I want all of us to rise up on our feet. The men will remove our cap with respect to God and give a minute silence. No talking. May all our daddies and brethren who have departed out of this world, may their souls rest in peace. Amen. And may their memories always be blessed. Amen. OGSO! Last but not the least, I'm talking about two professions wrapped together. I'm talking about the medical profession, and I'm talking about the military profession. In medical profession, I am emphasizing on how to become a doctor and how to become a nurse. There are other careers in the medical. You can be a physiotherapist, you can be a radiotherapist. There are so many other things. But everything matters that you must study physics, chemistry, biology, English, and maths. You must have credit in these subjects, especially physics, chemistry, and biology. If you have to be a doctor, you must have credits in these subjects. And you must also write JAMB. And depending on the university, your JAMB score must be well above 180. You've had some schools 220, 260, 280. So medicine is looking for the best of the best. Is there advantage of being a doctor? Yes, doctors are respected, doctors are honored, and doctors also earn well. Are there advantages of being a nurse? Yes, nurses are also highly respected. They earn well. In fact, in America, nurses are so valued that many professionals, when they get to America, maybe they were chartered accountants, they were engineers, they go there and they become nurses. I'm sure you have some of your people who pass through all those professions. So what are we saying, young men, young children? Learn physics. Don't say it's too difficult. People are learning it. Learn mathematics. Don't say it's too difficult. Learn biology. Don't say it's too difficult. If you learn them well and you pay attention, as the motto of the school says, work and discipline, you will get there. Amen. It is on record that in this school, one of our students in 1971 made aggregate 6. 1, 1, A1, 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 A1. Even A is it 2 in Latin. And he became a chemical engineer. So sad that today is late, but it's on record. So I challenge you to break Ohanoma's record. OGSO! 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 I will talk about military career. The military career is something that is looking for people, able-bodied people, able-bodied, physically fit, and intelligent. Are you intelligent? Are you physically fit? You can be in the military. The military can be stratified into the lower rank and the upper rank. Upper rank are usually graduates. Lower rank are all those who finish secondary school and they have their results. They have passed at least 5, 6 subjects. Usually the age entry into the military for recruits, age entry is between 17 and 22. When you are between 17 years and 22, you can enter the military as a recruit. And all you need is that you have passed at least 5 subjects at one sitting. If you have passed 5 subjects at one sitting, you can enter the army as a recruit. And the age is 17 to 22. For officers, there are 2 ways you can enter the military. Either after your school start, you take JAMB and also take NDA exam so that you are admitted to NDA, Nigeria Defense Academy. The qualification for Nigeria Defense Academy is the same qualification you are using for your recruitment. But the difference is that you must write JAMB. For recruitment, you don't need to write JAMB. But for NDA, you need to write JAMB. And after writing JAMB, also write NDA exam. At the JAMB, if you score more than 180, they will invite you for NDA qualifying exam. Just like you have post-UME in the universities, the NDA qualifying exam is like a post-UME exam. But when you write it, people will be chosen according to your performance state by state because there is quota. You want to go to NDA? Is there advantage of being a senior officer? Plenty. Because you are going to rise fast. So how do you get there? Work and discipline. But if you say, no, I don't want to write JAMB, I don't want to waste my energy writing NDA, all I want to do is that I don't want to enter the army, you are still welcome. But what you have put in is what you will get. Because you could end up just as a driver, you could end up as a guard, you could end up as a cook, you can end up as anything you want, a gardener. In the army, all the professions in life are complete. So in the army, we have doctors, we have cleaners, we have drivers, we have every profession. Engineer is in the army. And the entry is recruit for the lower people, and then NDA for officers. Apart from the officers who come in through NDA, if you went to university like our police officer was telling us, and you graduate, you can also come into the army as a direct regular officer. That is, you have gotten your degree from the university and you want to come in as a doctor to work in the army. Yes, you are also welcome. And the age is that you must be below 34 years for you to enter at that time. If you are above 34, they will say, oh, no, you cannot qualify. But beyond all that, OGSO, even if you have those certificates and you are not physically fit, you cannot join the army. You are not well and strong. Because even after they test your certificates and you are alright, they may make you to run a little race. You have to run 2 kilometers in 9 minutes. You have to run 2 kilometers in 9 minutes. And some people struggling to run that 2 kilometers are falling down and dying. I mean, even if you are a graduate, they will bring you, even if you are a doctor, you have to run. When we were in the school here, most Fridays, we used to run to Abbey and run back. I don't know whether they are still running. You will go there and take Charlie number, Elsa. Was it not like that? We run there and run back. So when they gave people like us 2 miles around, we say that is 40. We just run it and come back. So be physically fit, be academically sharp. Depending on any career you want in the army, you can come in. You are welcome. But understand the age, understand the difference between being a low officer, a recruit, a non-commissioned officer, and those who are commissioned. Either they went through NDA or they came in with a degree certificate from the university. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Now, show for the general of the Barakosa. I'm the only one that can do nothing. You go try and the next time, now you know you end up. Thank you very much, sir. I think like
OGSO. My name is Ben Obojafu. I'm from Abraham. Rode bicycle to Orogo to attend Orogo School, courtesy of our mentor, Chief Bibos Akbore. And by his own divine intervention, I'm a teacher today. I look forward to retire soon as a teacher. I'm proud to be here today to associate myself with the younger generations who will be the astronauts, the generals, the engineers, the accountants, all the people that matter in the world. Even the humanities, they are still useful in making science to make progress. I was particularly thrilled when I heard General breaking down the various aspects of how you can create a career in the military. But I will encourage you to create a career in teaching, because you will not be able to eat your reward. Since teachers' rewards are in heaven, you will die, your family members will eat your reward. But I want to eat my own reward here. So I want to retire and eat my reward before going to heaven. So I'm nice to meet you here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Ben Obojafu. He is from University of Lagos. He is the Dean of Business Administration. He's also Deputy Vice Chancellor. He is second to the highest authority in University of Lagos.
My name is Sonny Amina. Aka Amino Asi. Left of the school in 1975.
Awo Eriri. I graduated in 1987. I work currently with the Deputy President of the Senate as a Senior Special Assistant of Constitution. Thank you. OGSO.
My names are Moses Odin, 66 set, retired banker. Thank you. I'm Godwin Edafiodoshigofia. I finished 1970 from this school. Now, based African, a businessman.
I'm John Ichide, JP, a retired accountant.
Which year you finished that? Which set?
1971.
Okay. That's the second set.
The names are Odile Francis. I graduated from this school 1985. I'm in the hospitality and real estate. Thank you.
My names are Godwin Obaga. I graduated in 1984. I work in the telecom industry.
My names are Mrs. Queen Akobaro Ni Winabu, Federal Airways Authority of Nigeria, retired, 80 cents.
I am Emmanuel Atamabu. I left this in 1978.
Mr. Irilie Johnson, the product of 1975, by grace and PPA chairman of this great school. OGSO
Anthony. I finished from this school in 1975, a retired principal.
From our old students wants to donate some books to the school.
Yes, I'm so proud to be in your midst today. I was a student like you in the 70s. I left, my name is Victor Ekizi Dokubo. I left OGSO in 1976. I am a retired government official. And because I am not tired, I'm still into a small-scale business. God bless you. We have seen so many great men here.
when I came around, I called his own premises. Unfortunately, I saw that there's no more library. We used to go there and read. And these days we're emphasizing on people that television and media are taking over reading. But unfortunately, the library is no more there. And I believe that is one area the school will refocus. I've written books which I've been finding a way to donate, but to things I've got the opportunity to do. I wrote this book, Contemporary History and Culture of Abi. When you read this book, you see the connection between Abi, Orogu, Amai, and Omokwata. Apart from that one, it took me 9 years. So 70% of this book, at least, is based on thoughts which I've researched and put it in this book. And I believe history is still very important, because if you don't know your past, you will not understand your present, and you will not even know your future. So, I'm happy to present this book to the principal of this school. Okay, I'm Johnson Ebeyowe. I'm a native of Abi. I left this school in 1973.
OGSO. All right. Before we formally wind down this session, I just want to throw a responsibility back to you students. Please keep quiet. We are still in the school, work and discipline. I'm still your senior. Otherwise, you leave that, you go and swim outside. So, I just want to drop a few words with you again. Please don't take what I've just done lightly. Don't take it lightly. When the senior officiating was saying, take notes, he knows why he says you should take notes. But we can't exhaust everything here. Our contacts are with the principal. Please feel very free. Feel very, very free to reach any one of us for more clarification, for more guidance. We want you to be at the top. So please, As you leave, let this education not leave you. Let it continually be with you. But want you to be in the right place. Thank you.
So for those of you who have not been playing, who have been reading, tomorrow I'm here with your scholarship. I give it every year on behalf of my boss, Mr. Austin Abur. This is the 10th year that I'm coming here to give that scholarship. So tomorrow, I already have the names of those who won. What it means is that we are telling you, when you do well, you get your reward while you're in school here. Thank you very much.